Okay guys, so you've picked up your second-hand fish tank. I've seen these down as low as 30, 20 bucks, 50 bucks, just depends on what bargain you find. This one doesn't entirely match, but it works, so it's all good. Now for this demonstration, I'm going to do it like there's nothing in the filter, so we're going to do that in a second. Never ever move a fish tank with water in it. You will smash the bottom out of your tank. And never sit your tank with water in it on something like a couch. It's not going to support it. You will smash the bottom. Not good. So what we're going to do first is set up this, which is really quite hard with one hand because I don't have anything to stand my thing on. Right. So underneath here there's a little, sorry, I'm just trying to balance everything. There's a bit of a gap here. So this bit sits on top of here, okay? So in here I'm going to put gravel. Now my suggestion is find someone local if you don't have any other tanks and ask them for a couple of cups full of gravel. Okay? You can use the fancy media expensive stuff, but it is proven a little bit of gravel out of the bottom of another established and note healthy tank. You don't want to get it from anybody who's got pulmonaris in their tank, white spot, mysterious deaths, nothing like that. Just be a healthy tank. This will grow. If it's straight out of another tank, don't let it dry out. It will already have a heap of beneficial bacteria in it, which is what you want for cycling. Okay, so now we drop that bit in on top. Usually it's a little bit of a fiddle to get all those rocks to sit. Trick to get this piece out, screwdriver. It takes a little fiddling to make it sit, but it's worth it. So this does fit in here. It was in there before. Right. So to help cycle this quicker, this will work. And it's usually that bar on the bottom that doesn't want to sit. So just wiggle it a bit. It doesn't have to sit dead straight. That's all good. Right. So then there's this little divider piece. Now this makes the water, in theory, go from the pump down through there, across the gravel, back up and out through there. Okay, so the photo of what you can buy I will add in now. I don't like those things. They're super expensive, and when you throw them out, you're actually throwing out all your beneficial bacteria. So what I recommend, go on Trade Me, buy some of this. Comes in a big sheet, about 1/2 metre by 1/2 metre I think it was. Cut it down to fit, okay? Doesn't have to be amazing, just fit it in like that. And do the same on this side, which I'm going to go cut a new piece because the other one was gross. You can get the finer stuff, which I'm going to go and get now. Okay, so I've cut a piece there. Try and get it a snug fit because water will go through with the least resistance, e.g. a hole like that. That's okay. This you can get off Trade Me. It's the finer stuff. That's for catching real fine particles. Commonly referred to as it scrubs the water. It catches all the teeny tiny stuff. So I put it on that side because, there we go, this piece just fits on top of there with a little bit of fiddling because it's moved. It just sits on there like that. And then that will spray the water onto there, go down through the sponges, across the gravel and back out here, which you can put more sponges there I probably will. I might put another piece of the white one in there. And later on we're going to do an experiment and actually see if we can grow some plants in here, which will add extra, well, it's going to eat the nitrates and all that sort of stuff. So we're going to try that later on. But for now we'll keep this real simple. Right, so I'm going to go out and wash the gravel. As per normal. Here is Jinxie being nosy. Hello Jinxie. Like my little shadow. I'll give you a quick demo on how I do that. Basically, shove the hose in the bucket full of dirty rocks and keep stirring it up till the water runs clear. Must do it. If it's second hand stuff, you don't want second hand crud in the bottom. Alright, let's go do that. Okay, this is the first flush. Sorry about the neighbour's music. Okay, so I'm going to turn up the tap of the hose a bit. Yes, this probably will kill beneficial bacteria that is in this gravel, but that's part of what I'm doing for you guys. And so we're also going to watch this cycle. So it's part of my process to demonstrate it all to everybody. How a tank cycles, what does that look like, how can you cock it up, which it's possible to see that I will cock it up. So you keep doing that until that water is clear. You don't want any of that crud in there. Because if it's second hand, you don't know, there might be worms in there. As in parasitic worms for fish. This is obviously mine. I don't have worms in my fish. But we're just going to do this. Make sure it gets really clean so we don't have a gross tank. Okay? Alright. I will finish doing this and be back in a minute. Okay, so we've got our gravel in. We've given them a bit of a wash. Still got a little bit of rot in there. Now, the other handy thing about buying this stuff is, I'm going to try and do this one-handed, even a bit of off-cut like that is good for cleaning the tank. So I keep all my offcuts like this because you know it's got no detergent on it, and I found it doesn't scratch if it's an acrylic tank, which I believe this one is an acrylic tank. Glass is a bit easier. You don't have to stress out as much, but you can still scratch it. And if you scratch it badly, A, you won't be able to see fish. B, your tank can explode and break. So I'm just giving this a little spruce up, just all around these edges. Because, see, and that's a bit gross, it's not bad. And we'll throw that in the bin. Right, so now we've got the bit of sponge on that side. Don't put it over there because it's going to be no use. The water's just going to go straight off and down. Okay? And here's Monkey Butt. Monkey! He's nosy. He loves being in the fish room. And no, he does not try and catch my fish. He gave that up as a bad joke. He tried. He decided getting your whole body wet was not fun, so he didn't do it. Alright, so I'm going to fill up this tank, and then we're going to put some plants in and some driftwood. Okay, so this is a 90 litre tank. We're going to do a fish in cycle. I've been doing it for the last 20 years, and a bit more, don't want to admit that. Anyway, I will get shot for this, but I will teach you how I do it. I've never had losses through it. I haven't had tanks crash. I haven't had the whole lot drop dead. It's never happened for me. We do water changes about once a week. I'll show you that as I do them. And hopefully you'll watch the video on what you need to buy before you put fish in your tank, because that is essential for this to work. Mainly a gravel vac. You need one of those. They're not that expensive. You're going to use it for the rest of your hobby. When you go to sell it, someone's going to snap it up. So keep your eye out for second-hand gear. It's out there. So this tank, if I left it alone, didn't bother the fish, just fed them, did water changes and left them to do their thing, guppies would probably get up around the 300 adults in this one tank. And you think I'm kidding, but I'm not. I had it happen last year with a 60 litre tank. We're waiting for my new garage to be built. And 60 litres had 250 adult guppies, 30 fry, and about 60 baby plecos in the bottom of it, because there was also a trio of plecos, which I don't recommend breeding because you can't even give the buggers away around here. Anyway, so we're going to stock this with 2 trios of guppies, 1 pair of platies, and a pair of swordtails. And we're just going to start with that, and I will show you how I do it, including we'll do water tests, the whole shebang. Right. So next we're going to put in some driftwood, which is currently sitting in that tank, and some plants. I'll do another video all about doing driftwood. Yeah, I'll do that later. Alright, so I'll show you the finished product with a few fish in it, and we'll go from there. Mixture of plastic plants, driftwood, and some live plants in the background. I've turned it on. That is an effervescent vitamin C tablet. Did you know vitamin C removes chlorine? Damn sight safer than the chlorine removers you buy from the shop, which are all toxic to children. I'd rather have a packet of Barocca sitting around than a packet of that other crap that is really nasty. And I can't imagine nasty stuff actually being any good for your fish. Vitamin C, that also releases all the other vitamins and minerals. And I got the idea from one of the importers. He said he's been doing it for the last couple of years and had no sick fish since. Okay, heater, I've got a 200 watt because that's what I had sitting around. You need at least 1 watt per litre for New Zealand conditions. So 90 litre, 100 watt will do the trick. Okay, so I'm going to let this do its thing till tomorrow morning. And tomorrow morning we're going to add some fish. I think we're going to end up making that a second video. So now it's all running. Could do with a little bit more water. I usually fill it to about there, just because I like it. Everybody's different there. Yeah, so I think the next video will be tomorrow. When we add some fish, I'll talk about how much to feed them, all that, and yeah, we'll go from there. Bye, happy fishy day.